Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
It's our first lecture from chapter 2 that will describe and introduce the transport system in humans. We will have a short introduction about the transport system, its needs and its components. The corresponding SLO that we will achieve through this lecture is explain the transport system in humans, and the topic in the textbook that will support in this regard is topic 2.1 at page 19, transport system in human. It's a short introduction about the system. So what is transport system? Transport means the transportation, the movement of materials from one place to another. The materials, as we see in our everyday life, may be anything, any luggage, any food, and similarly inside the body there are some materials that have to transport from one organ to another, from one organ to the outside of the body, and from outside of the body to the inside of the body to particular organs, such as air from the outside of the body is transported inside of the body to lungs first and then to all the body parts through cells. In the same way, food from outside of the body is taken inside of the body where its destination is stomach, and from stomach it is transferred to small intestine, and from small intestine it is transformed into smaller components, smaller nutrients, and is transported to each part of this, each cell through the blood. So there are many other materials that are needed to transport from one organ to another organ. We see why we need a transport system. Here, observe the word system. Is it present? Is there a system present in unicellular organisms? If you observe a unicellular organism, say Euglena, you can see that it is exposed to the environment from all its sides. There is no need to a proper mechanism for the transportation of material. If gases are needed by the cell, they are simply entered into the cell through diffusion. If food is excreted out of the cell, they are simply expelled out of the cell through diffusion or any other mechanism through food vacuoles. So there is no need of transportation system in Euglena or in unicellular cells. But when we talk about multicellular organisms, which are made up of the combination of different organ systems, and each organ system is a group of organs, so there is a complex mechanism, and amount of materials required by each organ system is very high. So there should be a system, a proper system that be helpful for the transportation of our materials, and that be able to fulfill the needs of all the organ systems inside the body. For example, in the digestive system, the small nutrients, simplest form of nutrients, are needed to transport it from the small intestine to all the body parts through blood. And when we talk about the respiratory system, oxygen in inhaled air is needed to transport to each cell of the body, so that energy may be produced to fulfill the energy requirements, as well as carbon dioxide is needed to expel out of the body to avoid the harms of toxic gases. In the same way, when we talk about the excretory system, which is particularly, as its name indicates, is the excretion of some materials through urination and the filtration of blood, so required materials are then returned to the blood, and waste or extra materials are expelled out of the body through urination. They all need a proper mechanism to transport these materials. अब हम देखेंगे कि ह्यूमन बॉडी में ट्रांसपोर्ट सिस्टम किस तरह से है और इसमें कौन कौन से ऑर्गन्स प्रेजेंट हैं। ह्यूमन बॉडी में ट्रांसपोर्ट सिस्टम, जिसे सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम भी कहा जाता है, मटेरियल्स की ट्रांसपोर्टेशन का काम करता है। ये ऑक्सीजन को बॉडी के हर सेल तक पहुंचाता है, बॉडी के हर सेल से कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड लेके उसे बॉडी से बाहर एक्सक्रीट करता है, डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम के थ्रू बनने वाले न्यूट्रिएंट्स को हर सेल तक पहुंचाता है और ये सब काम सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम ब्लड के थ्रू करता है। ये तमाम मटेरियल ब्लड में शामिल होकर बॉडी के हर सेल तक पहुंच जाते हैं। सो इट्स अ क्वालिटी ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट सिस्टम एंड इट मस्ट बी द क्वालिटी ऑफ द ट्रांसपोर्ट सिस्टम कि उसे बॉडी के हर सेल तक एक्सेस होनी चाहिए। अगर बॉडी का कोई एक सेल भी इन मटेरियल से तक एक्सेस ना कर सके तो ट्रांसपोर्ट सिस्टम अपना पर्पस पूरी तरह से फुलफिल नहीं करता। ह्यूमन बॉडी में ट्रांसपोर्ट सिस्टम में कुछ मेजर ऑर्गन्स हैं जो ये सब काम अंजाम देते हैं। सबसे पहले तो हार्ट है। इट इज़ अवर हार्ट विच इज़ प्रेजेंट इन द चेस्ट कैविटी। Heart is an organ that pumps the blood around the body. It continuously contracts and relaxes, and the contraction and relaxed movement of heart force and pressurize the blood to move throughout the body. Besides heart, there are blood vessels. Blood vessels are actually a network of tubes to carry blood around the body. It's spread throughout the body. As you can see here, blue vessels and red vessels. Blue vessels, red vessels are the names due to their particular functions and characteristics. The vessels that you are seen in red colors are called arteries. They carry oxygenated blood. The vessels that you are seeing in blue color are called veins. They carry deoxygenated blood throughout the body, and there are capillaries between arteries and veins. You can say these are the junction between arteries and veins that interchange the materials carrying or the blood. Besides these two major organs, there are many allied organs that help out the circulatory system to transport the blood and materials effectively. One of the major organ is facilitated organ is pair of lungs. Lungs provide oxygen to the blood so that all the cells in the body may get oxygenated blood. The other allied organs are kidneys. Kidneys purify the blood by extracting out the waste material from the blood. As all the organs transfer their waste material into the blood and the kidney, it is the responsibility of kidney to wash and to clean these waste materials out of the blood and to make a blood healthy for the body.